Hi, welcome to Museum Mondays at the Sacramento History Museum. This is the last Museum Monday of this year, but not to fear, we will be back next year and next week with more Museum Mondays. My name is Delta Pick Mello, and once again, I'm going to tell you a story from the heart. So, this story is a British folk tale. It's been retold by many different people over the years. The telling that I'm going to tell you was done by Margaret Reed MacDonald. And it begins, of course, with those favorite four words, once upon a time. There was an old woman who lived in a vinegar bottle. Now, don't ask me why. It was a common old vinegar bottle. Unusually large, of course, but still it did make for a rather cramped house. Now one day, the old woman was sitting outside on her pebble, complaining. Oh, what a pity, what a pity, 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 that I should have to live in a house such as this. Why, I should like to live in a cottage with a thatched roof and roses growing up the wall. That's what I deserve. Well, it just so happened that a fairy happened to be in the area and heard the old woman's complaint. And she said, well, if that's what she wants, that's what she'll get. I can do that for her. So she went up to the old woman. My dear, I am a fairy. Yes, I am a fairy, truly a fairy. And I am going to grant your wish. So tonight, before you go to bed, I want you to turn around just like this 3 times, and then close your eyes. And in the morning, when you open them, see what you shall see. Well, the old woman thought that this fairy was really probably a little bit batty, but she thought, why not give it a try? So that night, before she went to bed, she turned around 3 times. Then she closed her eyes. And in the morning, when she opened them, she was in a little cottage with a thatched roof and roses growing up the wall. And she thought, oh, I will be so content living here. But she forgot to thank the fairy. However, the fairy went on to do her business that she does every day. She went north and south and east and west and did all the fairy business that fairies need to do. But one day she thought about the old woman, and she thought, I wonder how the old woman is getting along in her new cottage. I think I'll just stop by for a visit. Well, when she stopped by, she found the old woman sitting on her porch, complaining. Oh, what a pity. What a pity, pity, pity that I should have to live in this old cottage. Why, I should like to live in a fine new house with delightful, lovely neighbors on either side, and lace curtains in the windows, and a brass knocker on the door. That's what I deserve. Well, if that's what she wants, that's what she'll get. Hello again, my dear. I'm the fairy, and I'm here to grant your wish once again. So remember, go to bed tonight. Before you lay down, turn around 3 times, close your eyes, and in the morning, see what you shall see. Well, the old woman, she was clear of what she was going to do tonight. So she went upstairs, she turned around 3 times, she laid in her bed, closed her eyes, and in the morning when she woke, she was in a fine new house. She had neighbors on either side. She had lace curtains in the windows and a brass knocker at the door. Oh, this is what I've always wanted. Oh, I shall be so content living here. But once again, she forgot entirely to thank the fairy. Well, now the fairy went north and south and east and west again, doing all that fairy business. It was very busy fairy season, lots of things to do. But you know, she kept going back to thinking about that old woman. I wonder how that old woman is doing. You know, the one who lived in a vinegar bottle? Oh, she must be very happy indeed. Well, when she decided to visit and so found the old woman, there she was, sitting in her velvet chair, complaining. Oh, what a pity! What a pity, pity, pity that I should have to live in this house with these obnoxious neighbors on either side. Why, I should like to live in a mansion on a hill with a maidservant and a manservant to do my bidding. That's what I deserve. Well, when the fairy heard that, she was a little bit surprised, but she thought, I can do that. If that's what she wants, that's what she gets. Hello, my dear, it's me again, the fairy. I think by now you know the drill. I'm here to grant your wish, so tonight when you go to bed, turn around 3 times, close your eyes, and in the morning, see what you shall see. Well, the old woman didn't have to be told twice. She went directly to bed. She turned around 3 times and she closed her eyes. And when she woke in the morning, she was in the mansion on a hill. Oh, she had her new maidservant and she had her new manservant, and she thought, oh, I have always wanted this. Oh, this is exactly what I deserve. I shall be so contented living here. But she made no mention of thanking the fairy. Well, now the fairy was very, very busy. You see, there was, what with children who were losing their teeth and making birthday wishes off of candles. She had so much to do. She went north and south and east and west, but still she could not get that old woman out of her mind. Oh, I do wonder how the old woman is doing, you know, the one that lived in that vinegar bottle. She must be happy now in her new mansion. But when the fairy got to the old woman, there she was, sitting in her mansion on her divan, complaining. Oh, what a pity! Oh, what a pity, 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 that I should have to live in this drafty mansion. Why, I think I should be queen, and I should live in a palace with ladies in waiting and musicians to entertain me. That's what I deserve. Well, the fairy was very surprised to hear that, but she thought, if that's what she wants, that's what she gets. Hello again, my dear. I'm the fairy. Oh, yes, I know. Turn around 3 times, close my eyes before I go to bed, and in the morning see what I shall see. Yes, that's how it works. Well, go along then, and I've granted your wish. So the fairy went off, and the old woman, she ran upstairs to the top of her mansion, and she turned around 3 times, laid down, closed her eyes. In the morning when she awoke, she was the queen. Why, she had a crown on her head. She had a scepter in her hand, ladies in waiting to attend her, musicians to entertain her. And she thought, this is exactly what I've always wanted. I shall be so content living here. But once again, not a word of thanks to the fairy. Well, the fairy, she went north and south and east and west, but she was wrapping it all up because she was getting ready to go on vacation. But you know, she could not go until she had seen that old woman and knew that she was content in her new palace. So she went to the old woman one more time, and what did she find? She found the old woman sitting in her throne, complaining. Oh, what a pity! What a horrid, terrible pity that I should be the queen of such a teeny tiny kingdom. Why, I should be empress of the universe. Then I could control the minds of everyone. That's what I deserve. Well, the fairy was truly taken aback by that. Well, if that's what she wants, that's what she'll get. Not. My dear, this is your last wish. Tonight when you... Oh, I know all about it. I know all about it. Just go away. Thank you so much. Goodbye. So the woman went upstairs. She turned around 3 times. She closed her eyes. And in the morning, when she awoke, she was right back in that vinegar bottle. And there she shall stay. For if she is not content there, she won't be content anywhere. For after all, contentment comes from the heart, not from the house. And that's the story of the old woman who lived in a vinegar bottle. Join us next week when we have Museum Mondays. The whole month we're going to talk about gold rushes, especially the fact that there were gold rushes all over the country, not just here in California. And next month I'll also have another story for you. Thank you.